Kia ora and welcome to Let's Talk Endometriosis Aotearoa, a series by Endo Warriors Aotearoa where we share kōrero with those using their experience, mahi and expertise to make a difference in the endometriosis community. Today I'm joined by Ella Cunningham, founder of Els Lovers, a beautiful Aotearoa-based brand that turns heat therapy into an act of self-love. Ella lives with endometriosis and her journey led her to create wearable, sustainable heat packs designed to support people living with chronic pain. We'll be talking about her personal experience with endo, what inspired Els Lovers, and how she's using design to bring comfort and awareness to others. Welcome, Ella. It's so lovely to have you join us today.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. And I know that we're both matching in our heat packs we're wearing today. Yeah. Both flaring. So I'm like, my bottom half, I'm still in my pajamas. So I love that we can just do this and be in our pain together. All right. So I'm going to start with the first question. Can you share a bit about your journey with endometriosis and then how it led you to creating Els Lovers?
Yeah, sure. I was diagnosed with endo in February 2024, just after I graduated uni. I was entering my first year of full-time work while recovering, and I was really struggling post-surgery. I worked full-time for a year until my symptoms were affecting my life so much that I couldn't continue working full-time. During 2024, I'd made a heat pack for myself that could provide relief to all of the areas that I needed it to, and then made one for a friend having the same endo surgery later that year. And then I had more friends messaging me who also have endo or struggle with really painful periods, asking if I could sell them a heat pack as well. And it kind of just continued on from there. I am just so passionate about helping people, especially people with endo. And after a conversation with my friend, who is now an integral part of the Els Lovers team, Anya, I realized that I could start a business making my heat packs. And I left my full-time job in March of this year and started working on creating Els Lovers from home in between pain flare-ups.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that you found something that not only supports your endo but supports other people, and then found a way to sort of like make that into something that you can do for you as like a business with your studies and things like that.
Yeah.
What was missing from a traditional heat pack that inspired you to design your own?
Post-surgery, I was just in more pain than I'd ever been in before, and I was using 2 traditional wheat bags that I had on my front just to try to get enough coverage on my belly. And then I was just constantly having to swap them to my back and have one on the front, one on the back. And I just couldn't get the right amount of heat relief that I needed. So I was looking on the internet, I was looking everywhere to try to find something that could wrap around my whole torso and that was wide enough as well, and could wrap around to just wrap me in heat. And I couldn't find anything that met my values. That was it was really important to me that it was made from natural materials and that it was wearable and also really beautiful, because there's nothing worse than being in pain and feeling miserable and having something that isn't beautiful to try to help you. When it's beautiful, it just uplifts your mood and can just help you feel less miserable dealing with the pain. Like for us today, like we're both dealing with a lot of pain, but we've got our heat packs on and they're cute enough that we are okay putting them in our video and keeping on with our days.
Yeah, and they are beautiful. I mean, I take mine with me when I go and teach about period and endometriosis education to schools, and every time I pull it out, everyone's like, oh, like it's so pretty, because I have probably a box full of different heat packs, that range from this size to this size, and then I had one that was bigger, which has Velcro, but it only covers one part of me and things like that. With these ones, not only are they pretty and frilly, I'll bring it a bit closer so it's not blurred out, but they're so long. Like, this is the longest one. Like, I love that I can wear this like across my whole body, which will cover my tummy, and like if I get vagina pain and stuff like that, or I can put it on the bed and lie on top of it. I can put it, like, it's just so versatile, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I love yellow because, you know, it's like endo, so I love it. All right.
Exactly. They're a meter long, so it becomes a very versatile length for everyone to make work for what works for you, because everyone's pain is in different areas. So
yeah, and the length is so good because, like you said, they're a meter long, so it means that you can really adjust it. Like I can adjust it to different parts of my body. Like sometimes it's around my down my side, around my tummy, or down my front, around my back. And usually I'd have to heat up like 20 heat packs and then try and figure out, or stuffing them into my bras and my pants. And it's not. It just makes you feel worse and more yuck. So
exactly.
I love it. So how did your background in fashion design shape the way that you approach this idea?
Having skills and abilities to be able to design, construct, and problem solve really supported me in creating my heat packs. I approached it from a very balanced technical and aesthetic point of view, and I really took my time with it and sat in the brainstorming, problem solving space for quite a while, because I really wanted to get it right. I knew what I wanted, but it took about 5 different versions while figuring out how to design the fixture of the heat pack, making sure it was beautiful, natural, and sustainable. And I didn't want to use Velcro. So it just took me a while to really ideate how to make that happen. But having a background in fashion design was so integral in this, because I could mock up my ideas myself very quickly instead of having to go through third parties, and I had a really solid foundation of knowledge of what was likely to work and what wasn't going to work as well.
That's awesome. Okay, and I was looking on your website and things like that, and what does slow, intentional self-care, which is what you mentioned on your website, mean to you, and how is that reflected in your products in your everyday life?
Yeah, I think that self-care has become very trendy and rooted in consumerism. So to me, slow, intentional self-care means listening to your body and taking time to deeply tune into what you need. For me, this looks like a cup of tea with my heat pack on, doing some breathing exercises to regulate my nervous system. Self-care is also so important, and I really wanted to encourage others to take the time to do these rituals that really make you feel good. This is reflected in Els Lovers products, as we've really worked towards creating a product that is therapeutic and really beautiful, making you want to keep it out on display, acting as a reminder to take time for yourself and your body and to give yourself what you need.
That's awesome. And you're right, self-care is so important. I have like a little things that I do for myself as part of my self-care. Before I became really sick and disabled, basically, I used to be a yoga teacher, so I know how much breathing exercises help me, because when you go into pain, you go into that flight or fright and you really struggle and you automatically tense up, and when you tense up, your pain becomes worse. So I know that sometimes, like especially if I'm out and about and my pain starts to hit, that I need to sort of start to breathe, you know, and focus on my breathing and sort of make sure that I'm dropping my shoulders, and sometimes I add in a bit of tapping just to sort of regulate myself. But then at home, you know, like I'm a single mum, no one treats me like, you know, I don't come home to like surprises and treats. My son, actually, no, I lie. My son sometimes stops at the dairy and buys me little treats, which is beautiful. But I do things for me because, you know, like I want to. And so like I have like a little basket where I keep all things, and like I'll put like some face masks in there. I put my wrap in there, like a little journal or like a adult colouring book, little bits and pieces. And then sometimes if I'm just feeling really bad and I'm just homebound for such a long time, I'll pull that basket out and be like, right, I'm going to put on a face mask, I'm going to, you know, heat up my heat pack, I'm going to do something for me, because self-care is really important. And, you know, I realise that I'm very good at like talking to people with endo that have reached out over the years and explaining self-care and self-love and listening to your body. but I need to listen to my advice as well. And so, so it is important. And, you know, it does help that these are so pretty.
Thank you.
Sustainability is such a big part of Els Lovers. Can you tell us why that matters so much to you?
Absolutely. Sustainability is something that has always been extremely important to me. I have always been passionate about sustainable fashion and all the many ways that this industry can help support the environment instead of degrading it. So when creating something of my own, sustainability was absolutely at the forefront of my decision making, and having the opportunity to embed sustainability into every aspect of Els Lovers is so special. And the fashion industry can be so wasteful and harmful to the environment. So ensuring that I'm doing everything I can not to add to that is so important to me. And I've just really loved being able to ideate and come up with different ways that I can embed sustainability into Els Lovers. Like with our microwave bags, our heat packs come with a drawstring microwave bag to put your heat pack in the microwave to help keep your heat pack clean. There she is. And you can machine wash it as well. So it protects your heat pack, and that's what your heat pack comes packaged inside our cardboard boxes when it comes to you. So there's no excess wastage in packaging. It's very functional.
And it's great because, you know, sometimes people see this and they're like, how does that heat pack fit in there? But it does. And I love that it goes in here in the microwave, because then I don't have to worry about like anything that the kids have left in the microwave and think getting on my beautiful heat pack. And this is so easy to wash and dry and look after, and and it, you know, it folds up and then in the microwave it goes. So it's great. I love that it comes with something like this.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, you donate part of your profits to endometriosis organisations in Aotearoa. What made you want to give back in that way?
I started Els Lovers with the desire to help others struggling like me. So giving back to endometriosis organisations wasn't even a second thought for me. I knew this is something that I wanted to do even before having my designs finalised. Being able to support organisations that advocate for us, create awareness, and help others not feel alone is something that I'm really proud of being able to do, and something that is so important to me. I've benefited so much from knowledge shared by these organisations, and I want to help others and to help these organisations continue to do the amazing work that they do, especially Endo Warriors Aotearoa.
Thank you. And that's awesome. Like, I know we were donated some of your heat packs earlier this year for fundraising and stuff like that. And it makes such a difference to have those organisations backing us, because it's not always like money contributions we need, like products and stuff like that benefit us as well. So it's really good to see that you do that with organisations, and I know that we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, I love my heat pack. Like, I'm always like raving about it and things like that. And I have, I have been over the years when like if someone reaches out to me and needs something, and if I have it but it's only my one, I will give mine away. But this is something that I've held on to because I'm like, I really love this, and it's something that I want to keep for me. So whenever anyone asks me about heat packs, and like I said, I take them to the school, and like it's an investment. You won't regret it. You know, like definitely look into it. But what kind of feedback have you received from other people using your heat packs, especially those living with endo?
I have had such incredible feedback. I've had people tell me how much it supports them with anxiety, back pain, period pain, endo pain, chronic pain, and so much more. So many people also really love how beautiful it is as well, and have mentioned how uplifting it is for them when experiencing such horrific pain. People have worn my heat packs to the supermarket, to the art gallery, to work, to the mall, and lots of people love them while driving, and I also love wearing mine while driving as well. And I just have had the most incredible feedback from people saying that it's the first thing that has given them relief that they can really feel, like pain relief that makes such a difference straight away. And it's done that for me. Honestly, heat therapy has been the only thing that's made a difference for my pain, and I'm just so glad that it helps other people in the same way.
And they hold the heat so well. Like, it holds the heat for such a long time. I was so surprised when, like, I walked away from it for like half an hour, came back, and it was like, oh, wow, it's still warm. Like, you know, it does hold the heat really well, which is great. And I love what you mentioned about anxiety, because, like, quite often, you know, like, I've learned with my pain that it does affect my anxiety, and like, so the heaviness of this sometimes just heated up across my body, so like from my chest down, so like just really helps sort of calm me as well. So it's just amazing in so many ways.
Thank you. Yeah, I struggle with anxiety as well, and it helps a lot. Just the weight just really really help. Yeah.
So how do you balance caring for your own health and running a small business?
It's tricky, but I set up my lead times for making and sending off my heat packs intentionally so that I had enough time to give myself grace with timings for when I'm struggling with a flare-up, which has been really amazing. I had to be in hospital recently, and there was 6 out of 10 days where I was in hospital, so unable to do anything for the business, and then recovery times after that. But because my lead times were in place where I had buffer, everything was still able to continue moving smoothly, which was amazing. It also, like, sustainability within my business as well comes with slow, intentional decisions. I'm not rushing anything, and if things are feeling too tight with deadlines, I will just push them out. I wanted to do this next photo shoot that I'm about to do. I wanted it to be in August, but my health was just not at a point where that was going to be possible. So I chose to prioritize that, and I just have pushed the shoot out, and it's happening next weekend now.
That's
so
exciting.
Just moving things out when I need to, and putting things in place to enable me to have that buffer time has been amazing for caring for my health while running a small business. Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's awesome that you can, like, push things out and do those things and really listen to your body, because, you know, quite often when you're, like, working or, you know, running a business and stuff like that, you put so much pressure on yourself to meet deadlines. You know, when I used to teach yoga, like, especially to adults and young teens, you know, I used to say, like, people wear this badge, busy badge, like a badge of honor. Like, if you're not busy, then you're not doing anything. What did you do in the weekend? Oh, so busy. You know, like, what are we afraid of to be like, I didn't do anything. I just watched TV, I relaxed, I looked after myself. You know, like, oh, I've got this deadline, but I'm really in pain at the moment. I need more time. You know, we shouldn't be afraid of actually, like, listening to our bodies and speaking up, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. That's something I've had to retrain in my brain through therapy, is the busyness. Like, being busy is so prideful in society, and honestly, getting rid of, like, removing that narrative from my head and accepting that actually not doing things is so much better for your health, especially when you have chronic pain and chronic inflammatory conditions like endo. You need to rest, and just learning that it's okay to continuously flake on plans with friends because you need to prioritize your rest, and pushing out deadlines. It's been one of the most amazing things that I've retrained in my brain, and it's made a difference.
And you're right, you know, there's so much, like, growing up, we're told, like, you know, always to be busy. Like, you know, if you want to achieve anything, you've got to, like, work and constantly work and stuff like that. Well, that's not the case. You know, my dad gave me the best advice years ago when I started getting really sick, and he said to me, and I was working in a government job then and things like that, and I was just really struggling with my pain, and he said to me, if you left that job and got hit by a bus, they wouldn't close down. Like, it wouldn't stop everything from running. They would be, like, yeah, they'll be sad, but, like, it wouldn't shut everything down. It's like, everyone's replaceable. Everything can be done by someone else. So just slow down. And it was like, oh, wow, yeah, no, he's right. You are right sometimes, Dad.
Sometimes you're right, okay.
Sometimes you're right. Hopefully he doesn't watch this, and then I'll never live it down. So what do you hope people feel when they use your heat packs?
I hope people feel relief. I want people to experience pain relief in all the areas they need it to, in a way that's easy, like not having to have 6 different heat packs over different parts of your body. And I just really want people to feel uplifted. Living with endo and chronic pain is hard enough, so having something beautiful that really helps you is amazing, and something that's versatile and can meet your needs. You know, I just really hope people feel relief and that, like, oh, this is great, this is working for me. Yeah.
That's great. And how do you stay like connected to your creativity and things like that on those tough pain days? You talked about like pushing things out, but like how do you just keep going?
It's hard. I use, like, when I'm struggling in pain, I use it as problem solving for my creativity. I am like, okay, what is not meeting my needs right now with what I've got? Like, that's where I came up with my heat packs. I was in so much pain, and when you're in so much pain, being creative is really difficult. So I focus on like functional creativity with thinking, okay, what do I need it to do right now? I actually need 4 heat packs, and I need them to be able to be tied on so I can tighten it and it can hug me tighter. And I need it to be wider, you know. So when I was creating my heat pack design and working through all my different iterations, I was in some of the worst pain I've ever had, and I just kept using every flare up as creative problem solving, like, okay, what is this sample providing, what is it not providing, and looking at it that way, because it's really hard to be aesthetically creative when your brain is just completely tuned inward in all of the pain that you're experiencing, and you're just focusing on trying to keep all of your food down and trying to like keep all those basic things going.
Trying to survive, basically. Just trying to survive. Yeah, no, I get that. That's great. And are there any future products or collaborations that you're dreaming about?
Absolutely. I have got quite a few in the works at the moment, which are currently still a secret, but they are going to be coming out soon, which I am just so excited about. We are going to be stocked in Crushes on K Road before the end of this year, which was such a big dream of mine, to be able to have something stocked in Crushes. So I'm so excited that will be happening very soon. And we do have another really, really exciting couple of collaborations coming up next year. So definitely stay tuned, because there are really exciting things coming up for us, which we worked really hard on.
Awesome. And to wrap it up, what message would you share with others who are living with endometriosis and considering starting, something on their own?
Living with endo is such a difficult thing, and starting something of my own has actually been one of the best things I've done. It's been very difficult, but I've been very careful to make sure I'm setting myself up for success and not overcommitting myself. I think that remembering you're in charge and you get to design your life is really, really important and very empowering. And knowing you can push out deadlines, especially when you are in charge of your own small business, and saying no to things that won't work for you or don't align with you and your timelines and your health and everything. Being able to say no and knowing you can is really important. Also asking for help, and allowing others to help you and take things off your plate when you need it is amazing. Just knowing that you're in charge and you can design your own life.
That's great advice. Thank you so much, Ella, for sharing your story and creating something that brings real comfort and beauty to our community. You can find Ella's work at elslovers.com or on Instagram at Els Lovers. If you enjoyed this kōrero, make sure you like, share and subscribe for more stories from people making a difference in Aotearoa and the endometriosis community. Ngā mihi nui, and we'll see you next time on Let's Talk Endometriosis Aotearoa.